Hi, good morning from London, England. Or is it good afternoon? Or is it already good evening, wherever you're watching it around the world? You could be watching in Australia. You can be watching in Puerto Rico. You could be watching in Uganda. You could be watching in Tanzania. You could be watching in Barbados. You could be watching in New Zealand. You could be watching in Egypt. You could be watching from Turkey. You could be watching from Uzbekistan. You could be watching from Azerbaijan. You could be watching in Italy. Or are you watching in Sweden? Are you watching in Norway? Are you watching in Guyana? Are you watching in Peru? Are you watching in Maldives? Are you watching in Mauritius? That's the first time I've said them. Big up the Mauritius people over there. This is your host, your guy himself, DLG Reppin. Please share, please like, please leave your views, your opinions in my comment section below. And please always subscribe to the channel. Unfortunately, it's 88 subscribers. But I'm hopeful of more subscribers today. So do your best to subscribe to my channel, yeah? I'm going to make sure this goes viral. Well, it always goes viral. What am I talking about? Anyway, this is my match review of Arsenal versus Leeds, which finished Arsenal which finished Arsenal 4, Leeds United 2. Let's go for the review. The game itself, we started off so brightly the first 15-20 minutes, and we were rightfully 1-0 up. I mean, within the first 15 minutes, Aubameyang getting a good goal, cuts inside the right back Luke-Ayling, and fires a shot, deflected maybe, but Meslier, pronunciation of his name, the goalkeeper, he should have saved it at the near post. Second goal came soon after Aubameyang penalty. And speaking of penalties, we had 2 penalties that were given. The first one, if I'm being totally honest, when looking at it the first time, it looked a penalty, but looking at it over and over again, there was not that amount of contact that made Bukayo Saka fall to the ground too easily. I mean, I may have got this wrong. Again, if you think, Arsenal fans, if you think we should have had 2 penalties, if you think the first penalty on Bukayo Saka was a penalty, then let me know. Leave it in the comment section below, and I'll have a read and I'll get back to you and I'll have a conversation with you guys. The second penalty, no doubt, I can't pronounce this goalkeeper's name. The keeper flapping about, and it led to Bukayo Saka closing him down. He's kicked Bukayo Saka as if he was the football, and the referee had to give that penalty. He can see it. I mean, I'm supposed what am I saying? Yeah, he could see it, and it didn't need David Blunkett or Stevie Wonder to be out there to tell him that it was a penalty. It was a stonewall penalty, and converted well by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And we just went from strength to strength, and we get the third goal. A rare moment for Hector Bellerin, who is not my favourite right back. He's not the right back that will make me happy to a degree. But he did get a good goal. I mean, it was he's got his goal, but it is again another error for the goalkeeper for me. I think he should save that at his near post. But we went into the interval 3-0 up, and yeah, pleased with our performance. Although Leeds had a shot on target in that game, we were never going to be bothered from a defensive point of view. And then early in the second half, Aubameyang completes his hat-trick, which is his first and only Premier League hat-trick. But I was delighted to see that smile on his face. That's the most important thing. That was the most beautiful thing about it is the smile and how delighted he was to get his first Premier League hat-trick at home as well. It was very fitting and pleasing for every Arsenal fan, because I wanted to see him get a hat-trick and score it at the Emirates, all right, in front of no crowd. That's the only sour point. But, you know, we can all see that Aubameyang has got his first Premier League hat-trick at the Emirates, and I'm happy for him. Also, yeah, we were lapsidaisical at the back again. Leeds scoring 2 consolation goals, and I'm going to get into the first one. I mean, a corner comes in, Strout, good header, solid bullet header. Left our keeper with no chance, but for me, the defending again was just atrocious. How many times am I going to come on here and talk about Arsenal's defending yet again? Completely atrocious. I don't know who was supposed to be marking him, but whoever was supposed to be marking him was absolutely, well, he did an absolute poor job. It may have been Lewis. I'm not going to try and pick on him here because I thought he had a decent game, but it was not good enough. And then the second goal, well, we were outdone. The defence got outpassed. It didn't really matter, but it was a good goal by Helder Costa. I didn't even recognise him with his braids. Wow, he's grown a hell of a lot since I last see him. Well, I see him even regular, but I didn't take any notice of his braids. But he got the tap in, and it was a good Leeds goal. But overall, we did our best to finish the game off. Aubameyang was unlucky not to get his 4th. You know, after scoring your first ever Premier League hat-trick, he nearly got a 4th for himself. And Arsenal's 5th hit the post, and Cedric Suarez had a reasonably good game at left back, and he had a shot well saved by Meslier. But for me, we did enough, and we deserved to get the 3 points. Other than that, let's go into the player ratings. In goal, Berlino. The 2 Leeds goals that was conceded against him was not his fault. He did make a good save from, I think, Harrison, or was it Alioski? One of the 2. He made a good save for himself. He had one in the first half, which was straight at him. But the second save was more presentable. He did make 2 good saves. Well, he did make a good save in that second half, should I say. I'll give him 7.5. He was not at fault for the 2 goals. And I thought he was reasonably solid. I thought his performance was reasonably solid, and he did himself no harm. 7.5. Bellerin. Well, he got a goal, which some would say was fortunate, or fortunate to get himself a goal, because the keeper should have had that saved at the near post. I'll give him a 7. I would like to see Bellerin stop coming inside midfield to affect the play. I want him to affect the play at right back. Hence the reason why I've been calling for a right back all this time, and I'll still call for a new right back in the summer. I demand a new right back in the summer, and I think many Arsenal fans around the world demand a new right back in the summer. For me, I'll give him a 7. Offensively, he was as good as they come. Defensively, well, he was found wanting for the second, I think for the first goal. No, second goal, he was found wanting. The winger got the better of him on the run, and he allowed the guy to run on him, get the low cross in, and Helder Costa to tap in Leeds' second goal of the game. And I thought at that 4-2, you know, he's put us in a situation where he should be more solid defensively, and he should be going with the runner, and he didn't do that. But it didn't matter in the end. 7 out of 10 for Bellerin. The whole defence, well, obviously the whole defence. The centre half pairing, David Luiz. I'm going to give him a 7.5. I didn't think he was that bad. He was reasonably solid, as he always is. Good on the ball, and yeah, for me, I think when he was on the ball, he was so comfortable, very comfortable, and yeah, defensively he may have been at fault for the Leeds' first goal, which was a bullet header from a corner. Other than that, he didn't have a great deal to do, but his distribution of the ball was always superb, or reasonable, should I say. 7.5 for David Luiz. Gabriel, solid as he is, I'm going to give him I think I'm going to give him an 8. I mean, he was solid all throughout that game. Him and Cedric Suarez squashed up Bamford to prevent him from making it 4-3, and that was a worrying moment in that second half. But other than that, he was solid, completely solid, and I did like the way he posed himself in the game. I'm going to give him an 8. Emergency standby left back Cedric Suarez. Much better game than he did at Villa. I'm going to mark him as 7. I'm going to mark him as 7.5 actually. Much improved performance compared to the last league game at Villa. Defensively, very structured and solid. Thought he was at some point, I did think he was effective going forward as well. It's a shame that he is not a left-footed left back, and the sooner Tierney comes back, the better for Arsenal Football Club and for the fans and for his teammates and himself. But taking nothing away from Cedric Suarez, I'll give him a 7.5 for the effort he made. All right, the two in the midfield, sitting in front of the defence. Dani Ceballos, wow, he was a contender for man of the match. What a performance. So slick with his passing, kept it basic, and his technical ability, shone on us. Solid 8.5 for me, for Dani Ceballos. Granit Xhaka. Yeah, for me, he didn't have much to do. I'm going to give him a 7.5. He wasn't exactly a contender for man of the match, but he was he basically kept it as simple as he can, and he knew when he was going in for a tackle, he timed it correctly, and helped out defensively as well. And he showed a bit of leadership, which is very encouraging for any Arsenal fan, for the football team as well. I'm going to give him a 7.5. Right, the 3 in front of the 2. Emile Smith, Bukayo Saka. What a performance. I'm giving him a 9. I think I'll let him have a 9. He was outstanding. Caused Leeds end of problems throughout, and he had no intention of stopping. He had no intention of stopping. No intention of declining. The guy is a complete. He's got to be a contender for PFA Young Player of the Year, and you can see it in glimpses. He had our 2 penalties in that game. One was overturned by VAR. Andre Mariner had a lot to say in that, but the second one, no argument, stonewall penalty, and he deserved a goal in that game. Definitely deserved to be on the score sheet. I'm giving him a 9. He can have that for me. The man in the middle, Odegaard. Wow. The silkiness of this guy, the confidence, the aura about him was so unique. I mean, who needs Mesut Ozil? Mesut who? Mesut what? Mesut, go away. Martin Odegaard. Oh, it's also for Odegaard, and wow, ooh la la. What can I say? You can see why Real Madrid signed him at 15. The technical ability of the boy, the dribbling ability, the skill that he possessed on that ball was absolutely sublime. I'll give him an 8.5. I mean, he was always looking for that killer pass, and the through balls I see him play. Gosh, those attacking players, man, they got to read this guy. They've got to get an understanding from him. And I'll tell you what, once he gets games under his belt, the attacking players in front of him, I'll tell you what, like I said, mainly Aubameyang will thrive on those through balls. But for me, he's an 8.5 out of 10. That's my player. That's my rating for him. On the left, Emile Smith Rowe. Decent game. Very decent game. He set up Aubameyang for his hat-trick and always looked to go for it as well. And you can see that he was really trying to affect the game when he had the ball. For me, I'm going to give him a 7.5. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, because of your first hat-trick and your contribution towards the game and how hard you worked as well. Not forgetting that as well. I'm going to give you a 10 out of 10. Now, I don't remember giving an Arsenal player a 10 out of 10 on my channel. But Aubameyang, you're getting a 10 for me. Beautiful day for you. Great smile, as always. And I'm beyond happy for you to get your first Premier League hat-trick. Especially for what you've gone through as well. And you've come back with a bang, bang. Yeah? As troops would say, Abama who? Abama what? Abama blood clot yang. Yeah, I just had to get that one out. Troops, massive shout out to you, yeah? Always supporting the guy. And shout out to every Arsenal fan and any Arsenal fan who've got their own fan channel. Always supporting him. Guy gets a 10 for me. Mikel Arteta. Right, going on to the manager here. Mikel Arteta, 9. Stuck to his principles. I mean, the first half, it showed the reason why he played that formation. Well, he stuck to his principle. The reason why he picked Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Bukayo Saka, the three of them to play behind Aubameyang. And you could see the energetic, free-flowing football we played in that first half. Unique, magnificent, sublime for me. And I couldn't be any happier. Second half, we took our foot off the pedal a little bit, hence the reason why we let Leeds in. But we still kept playing that free-flowing football. Free-flowing football. And it was excellent to watch on the eye. And he still stuck to his principle. Defensively, he would be peed off about the 2 goals that were conceded against us. Nevertheless, it was a great performance all round. He's getting a 9 out of 10. The ref, I'm going to give him a 4. I'm not kind with referees. I don't trust them. It's not that they're corrupt. They're crap at their jobs. And with VAR, seems to get most of the criticism from the media. But it's not them. It is the referees not supplying common sense. I'm not saying this referee didn't do that in this game, but for me, you know, he didn't destroy the game with his whistle-happy antics. But again, the Bukayo Saka penalty, the first one, that could be looked at in more details, which he did. And he felt that it wasn't a penalty. It looked a penalty for me. But again, I don't know how much. I don't feel that the contact was that worthy of giving us the penalty, if I'm being completely honest. But he refereed the game as okay as he could. A 4 from him. So that concludes my player ratings, the management and the ref. Oh, the substitutions. How can I think of the substitutions? Oh, goodness me. Oh, it's a good thing I got this here. Willian. Yeah, Willian came on and excuse me, if I can get out of this situation. Willian came on and he did not have any impact in the game for me at all. I mean, he had an assist for Bukayo Saka, who was just offside, and he thought he nearly scored, but he hit the post, but he was just offside. Willian, I'm going to give him... I'm going to give him a standard 5. Now look at the others here. Let's have a look. Here we go. Where are we? Come on. You let me go on it. Lineups. Here we go. I'm going to get to the substitutions. I'm going to get to the substitutions. Right. Rob Holding came on the first one that came on was Willian. I'm going to give him, if I'm being honest, I'm going to give him I'm going to change that from a 5 to a 3. He had zero impact in the game yet again. I don't know why Martinelli can't play. Why is he not getting the game? Mohamed El-Neni came on for Martin Odegaard because I can see why he came on, because Arteta was worried about the way our defence was getting breached. He came on and did what he needed to do, you know. Standard 4 for Mohamed El-Neni. Holding, I'm not going to mark him down because he came on in the 89th minute just to shore up the defence, really, and to make sure we didn't go on to concede a third, a possible fourth. That would have been a nightmare scenario at home as well. Oh, I suppose El-Neni and Holding had to come on for those specific reasons. So that definitely concludes my player ratings management and the ref. I'll be back on Wednesday with a preview of our game and our first leg against Benfica in Europa League. So I'll be picking a team of my own, the formation and the substitutions. I'll be naming my 9 substitutions. Otherwise, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys to the girls, thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in, listening, and thank you for putting up with me as you always do. It's been a pleasure doing this ratings again. I look forward to your comments, your comments, whether you have an opinion, your views. I look forward to seeing it in the comment section below. Smash the thumbs up like button, please, and let's avoid the thumbs down. Do share the hell out of this video for me, left, right and centre, all over the world. And speaking of which, subscribe to myself and I only, the one and only DLG Reppin. Subscribe galore. Just make sure you smash that subscribe button, left, right and centre, galore, passionately and abundantly. Thank you so much. And I'll be back later on this afternoon with another content, yeah? The main thing is peace again, love again, and always bless you guys again, yeah? So have a good day and just be nice. Yeah.